Hello friends, and once again welcome to bispsolutions.com. My name is Amit, and today I'm going to show you another interesting example of Groovy script. In this example, we would be performing certain calculation. For the sake of testing, I've taken an example calculating discount based on revenue. Okay, you could have used any example, right? Any kind of calculation. The idea behind this example just to showcase how you can use a pure Groovy script to perform calculation in your data form. So in the previous example, I shown you the same calculation you could have, you know, this could be done using a dynamic fixed expression. So you've got two choices now. You can use dynamic fixed expression or you can perform the entire calculation using Groovy script. So how it works, let's see. For the sake of testing, I've created a data form over here and I'll be putting number to my revenue, product revenue, right? And this rule is written or associate with my data form on save event. So when I hit the save button, the rule executes on the fly. So I put the numbers over here, right? My discount is 10%. So upon uh, on clicking save event, the Groovy script gets executed and discount is likely to be calculated. Let's see how it works. So I hit the save button. You see the rule invoked, the rule executed successfully, and as a result of this, the number gets the discount gets calculated, and you see the discount is 10%. Now let's see how it works. So I'm going to write a rule for the same, and in order to write a rule, let's create a new rule and associate with data form. Go to rules, sorry, click on rules, and create a new rule, right? I'm going to create a new rule. I'm going to create for this cube OEPFS financial cube. Right click, create new rule, name it whatever you like to name. I'm going to create a name called cal discount version 1 because one I already created cal discount, so probably I called cal discount version 1. Okay, now the default is a calculation mode. Switch the mode from calculation designer view to script view, right? And default script view is a calculation script. So switch from calculation script to uh, Groovy script, isn't it? Go to Groovy script view, and there you can write a Groovy script. So I'll be executing this example in two steps. First, we'll be invoking the calculation on save event, and in next example, I would be showing you how you can perform the same calculation, associate this business rule on uh, data management. Okay, so the example one we'll try today, calculating discount using Groovy script with data form save function, right? So when you click on save event, rather you save event. Okay, and the second example we are going to do it, we'll invoke discount using Groovy script with data management. So on data management, this followed by data load, this discount calculation take place. Let's see this. Okay, so well, I like to capture the list of the product. I don't want to perform the calculation for all the product, only the product which got modified. Okay, for example, if I enter the value over here for your tablet, new value over here, now the rule will be executing only for this product which got modified, not all the products. Okay, so first I create an object, string object, and name it as whatever name you like to give it. I'm going to give a name called string product, right? It's a dynamic, so the size of the object array we do not know in advance, so I make it as a dynamic, right? Then I would like to traverse it through entire data grid. Therefore we use a operation dot grid dot data cell iterator. We use this in the previous example as well. It works same way as iterator, same work as your loop, right? And I like to traverse through each cell. You can limit your traverse by specifying a specific dimension member name. So probably I like to, traverse it through only for the revenue account. So product, OFS product revenue. I can give it over here. OFS product, OFS product revenue. Put it under parenthesis, double quotes. So this iteration will take place only for the given account. OFS product space revenue, not a right name, space revenue. Okay, and then I'm going to traverse it through one by one. Okay, so I first need to create a data cell object. Name it anything you like to give it, and the reference is pointing to. I don't want to traverse everything, only to the cell which are modified, right? So you can use cell dot edited. Well, as the name indicates, return boolean true and false. So it will traverse through all the cell which are modified, rather than only modified cell, rather than all the cell, right? So here the scope of your if condition. Now, uh, optionally you can store the value, the list of the products which got modified. I use append operator because a string function cell dot get member name, get member name, and put the name of the dimension. Only list down those products which got modified, isn't it? And then I'll create one more because now I'm going to calculate discount. So I create a one more object for uh, OFS discount. Okay, so create data cell object, name it whatever you like to give. I'm going to give a name called var discount, and this is going to store the value of the discount which is to be calculated. So referring to cell dot, to access the specific member you can use cross dim function. Although there are multiple ways to access the specific cell, you can use cross dim cell and give a name over here of the member. OFS discount, right? OFS discounts as the name of my member. The reference stored in var discount. Now I like to calculate var discount is a 10% of, var discount is 10% dot data of my 10% of the revenue. Okay, the revenue object I can access from cell dot, cell is actually referring to the cell which is modified, and I limited this through a dimension member name called OFS product revenue. So cell dot data, and this is going to be 10%. So let's add a for expression as 10%, not 1%, 10%. Okay. Close your parenthesis, right? And let's validate this for any syntax error first. Okay. Save and validate. Okay, if there is an error, cannot find a matching object. The Groovy script compiler cannot find matching object, grid, data cell, grid iterator. Let's see whether we spell it correctly or not. So operation dot grid dot data cell iterator dot each under parenthesis data cell object if cell dot get dot edited cell dot edited. This is misspell. Let's correct this, and now scan and validate. This is correct now. So we validated. Now we're supposed to deploy this. Validate and deploy. And then I'm going to associate this with my data form. Once it is deployed, you can associate the data form. The easy way to do this, open your form into edited mode. So I create a sample form for the sake of testing. Groovy test. Select your form name. Go to business rule. Select your business rule. So this is my business rule. I'm going to remove all of them and I'm going to associate this business rule, calc discount version 1. And when you want to execute, you can invoke it explicitly or associate with the event. I associate with the event called save run after save and hit the save button. Okay, this is done. Now finally we are going to test it. Right, let's test this. So I click on Groovy test and putting new numbers over here. Now the calculation will take place for tablet 8 inches only because this is a only modified cell. Hit the save button. The rule is likely to be running. The rule ran and here is the output. So you see the 10%, your discount gets calculated 10%. The discount gets calculated 10%. Okay. Optionally, you can also check the application job. Go to application, check the job, and there you see the job has been created. The calculation version 1 discount has been calculated successfully 12 seconds before. Okay. So this is how you can write a complete Groovy script to perform any kind of calculation. The same example I would be showing you in the next case where we are going to invoking this calculation script directly for data management. So it will happen in 2 steps. In step 1, the data load will take place. Data load take place. Assume you're loading historical, historical revenue, and then second step, the business rule gets invoked only for modified uh, modified products. I don't want to run for all product, only the product which got modified. Okay, so let's see this in my next example. So that's it for today. Thanks you watching for this case. You can download my all cases from my website or bspsolutions.com. Thank you.